Hello everybody, welcome to our broadcast today. This is Wednesday, June 9th, and it's our first refresh message this week. I'm Pastor Steve Green. This is Breton Word of Faith Church. We've been talking about living in His love, what you and I do in order to live in His love. I'm excited about it because of how plainly and how clearly it lays out God's strategy for us. It's unmistakable. Let's get right to it. There's one thing in the Bible by which we are at our most useful to God, and then by the same one thing we are at our most useful to other people. We leave the best impact upon this earth during our time here, and by this one thing we also are most useful to ourselves, and by that I mean we receive the experience of God's love in its greatest measure. If there is such a thing, and there is, then this one thing becomes much more to us than just a good idea or a good thing to know. It becomes more than anything, it's the guiding principle of our lives. This one thing is having a repentant heart. Repentance, as it's presented to us in Matthew 3, verses 1 to 3, and then with a little bit of help from Romans chapter 2, verses 4 to 5, we see that repentance is an ongoing attitude of heart where we continually recognize and respect the authority of Jesus, and we adjust our response to Him accordingly. So there it is. That one thing, a repentant heart, as we've just described it, really leads us into having by far and away the most fruitful life possible. Repentance then it defines our relationship with God, number one. It's the one thing that God is asking of us, because if we do this one thing, then we do anything that He wants for us. It is the overarching word of the New Testament. It defines the New Testament message. It controls the flow of everything in the kingdom of heaven, which is where we now live. We have this tremendous and awesome privilege of living in the kingdom of heaven, and this repentant heart controls the flow of everything in the kingdom that pertains to us. It empowers us to do as God says. That might be the best thing, is that we can now do what we couldn't do before. And when necessary, it applies to sin, meaning if we sin, then repentance is going to be the thing that we need, as we need at all times. So repentance is living under divine discipline. The demonstration of a repentant heart is making relational environments for discipleship. We'll see you tomorrow.